You're on. Where are we starting?
Okay, we're up to this Ketzais. Yeah. We're up to Ketzais. Let me just take the thing of water.
I didn't pour you, I'm sorry. Rashid Zain? Amen.
Rashid Zain, yeah. Okay, it says the Ketzais.
Tessa.
Maganef.
So that's in the left column.
Yeah, 3 lines down, left column, Rashid Zain. So the Shulchan Aruch, let's back up again. What did the Ramah say? Hachelek Maganef ein nifsal. If Ganef goes in and steals nice brand new Rolex from the store and he gives it to you, you're not Pasaleidus, you're Kashaleidus. That's what the Ramah says. Hachelek Maganef ein nifsal. You split the goodies with a Ganef, you're not Pasaleidus. Says the Ketzais. You got some of this cake, Rabbi? Rabbi Schwartz?
I'm gonna.
Okay. Says the Ketzais. Berivash Simen Reish Samach Vav. Kosov. He writes, they said about a certain guy that he split the goodies with a Ganef.
Who's partners in the theft?
No. One guy stole and he gave it to the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he bought the goods from a Ganef, he bought it on eBay and the guy said stolen Rolex, right?
Did the guy know he was receiving stolen goods?
Yeah. He knows he's receiving stolen goods. He splits the goods with a Ganef. It's all from a Yid. V'hoya muchrach lahachzir mashagon v'alpi Beis Din. So Beis Din said this guy's got to give back what he stole, right? He stole a Rolex watch. Beis Din says give it back, right? Because of Rivash, what does the Rivash say? The loy nifsal le'edus, he's not pas le'edus. Like the Ramah. Chalim kalagan, they not pas le'edus. Ma da'imer b'shluchai. How do you know this? It says, the Gemara says, if I tell Reuben to go ahead and steal, and he steals, I'm Pata. Why? We say, Ein Shechet V'Avera. Diver Ra v'Diver Tamid, Diver B'Shaymin. So, but Tumim Ra'isi, Shespala Moidal Din Zeh. The Tumim was like, what? He was completely shocked. The Chaymin de B'Yadai, Mamu Chaveirai, since this guy's holding on to his friend's stolen Rolex, since you're holding on to Reuben's stolen watch, right? And you don't give it back to him, you're Russia the Hamas. You're Russia. How you kosher this?
He knows whence it came.
Yeah.
He knows Shimon stole from you.
I got a friend, let's just call him for argument's sake, I won't mention any names. I got a friend who steals watches. He comes and he says, here, you know what? David, here's a watch I stole. Enjoy it. Here's your Hanukkah present. Here's your Purim. Here's your Mishlach. Come on, it's a stolen Rolex. It's worth $10,000, right?
It is.
Okay. Maybe you do. You're taking stolen goods. Either way, you're taking stolen goods and you're keeping it. So the Tumim says, how are you kosher this? You rush at the Chamas. That's a rush of the Chamas. Chamas is any type of monetary, you're trying to gain monetarily be'issa. You're robbing a guy. All sorts of different ways of robbing a guy. It could be you forced the sale, it could be you did anything where you are being there financially through evil intentions, through evil activity. So you're Russia. You're not a Russia that you ate pig. You're Russia to Chamas. It's even worse. You're Pasal Eidus. You're Pasal a moment, right? Well, you have the bein kaifa pikadain, the behesa baliyadai. What's the difference between kaifa pikadain? Someone says you never gave me a pikadain, and in that case he gets it beheta. He didn't steal the pikadain. I gave it to him. Please watch my Rolex. And then the guy says, you give me my Rolex back. She says, I know what you're talking about. So you also Rosh the Chamas. You apostle there. So why there you apostle here kosher? If you kaifa begadin, what's it doing? You apostle edus. So why here is this guy kosher edus? וזה שלוקח מומן חברי בעשר וכיפה בי ואין המחזירו יהיה כושר העדוס ואין שם שאלה בדברי ראש. So the Tubim says, he tries to explain the Rivash. So what? The Tubim says, you know what's trying the Rivash? Why is this guy kosher העדוס? Shum shehechzer. When the guy that received the stolen goods, he's kosher העדוס because he gave it back. That's what he's saying. When is this guy kosher?
He's kosher that is because he gave it back?
No, he's kosher because he gave it. The Rivash says he's kosher. Achalikim Meganif, like the Ramah says, is kosher edus.
He was just in shock. He's saying the guy is kosher edus because he's got the stolen goods.
That's
so
what.
Now he's changing the case. What's going on here?
The Rivash isn't clarified. The Rivash says Achalikim Meganif is kosher edus.
Can I interrupt with a side question? You go to New York, you go to Chicago, the Italian neighborhood, there's stores there.
Stolen watches, half price.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So it's usher to shop there?
It's a very good question.
I got a great suit once when I was
So the truth is that, first of all, it's probably mutter to shop there for various reasons. First of all, who do they steal from? It's Roy Vacuum. They're not going. The guy's never going to get it back. There's already it's probably changed hands more than once already anyway.
Yayush.
There's Yayush. The guy's Miyayish. So therefore, it's since the guy's never going to get it back. I think they say it's okay. That's what if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But I'm not 100% clear.
Thank you.
Now, if the guy doesn't know it's been stolen yet, right, then it's a problem.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah. The guy doesn't know it's stolen yet.
Back to the Zos.
So he's trying to squeeze in the Rivash. The Rivash is talking about when does the Rivash say Chaluk in Maganov is kosher leidus? That's when he gave it back. Mishum shehechzer. Vafila lekfia. Basin forced him to give it back in the case of the Rivash. Basin forced him to give it back. Therefore, it's kosher leidus. Vafila lekfia sagale bekach aymish u'damayir la'achayish. Or it's talking about that, like we just spoke about. It's after years. This guy got the stolen watch. 10 years after it was stolen, the guy is for Miyash, and therefore he's Kaina, Beyish and Beshinoi. The Gemara talks about you need two different kinyonim. The whole Roya Yirish Ein Zu Mashmos Divrei Rivash. That's what you were asking. That's not what the Rivash was saying. Don't go ahead and squeeze this case in the Rivash. They're talking about you pay back. V'lo Divrei Aramosh Evil Halacha. And that's not what the Ramah says. The Ramah says, En Yachalik Magan, there's always Kasha. He's Kasha Leidus. That's what the Ramah says. The Ramah is certainly not talking about a case where it was Achayish and he gave back. The Ramah doesn't say that. So what are you going to do? The Mashmais says the Ketzais of the Rivash and of the Ramah is that even if you didn't give back the stolen watch, even if it's before years, he's still kosher leidus. You go to the store in where is it, California, and you buy a pair of jeans, stolen jeans. You still you kosher leidus. You're not a Rasha. You're not posel leidus.
Until when?
Forever. You never posel leidus just because you bought stolen goods. That's the mashmos of the Ramah. That's the mashmos of the Rivash. That's how the Ketzais is paskening.
Fascinating.
Venerally. So let's explain why. Venerally bezeh. The Masha Medame Betumim Chalik Megana from Ma'akav Shachaver Biyad Kaifa Pikodin. Why is the Tumim comparing this case to Kaifa Pikodin? Right? This has got nothing to do with Kaifa Pikodin. The case of buying stolen goods or receiving stolen goods is not like being Kaifa Pikodin, denying a mashkin. The Kaimelon, The Ganav HaGanav ain't Rishon, Tashlim Kefil. If you steal from a Ganav, you're not Chayiv Tashlim Kefil, right? In other words, your friend stole a watch and you stole it from him. Are you Chayiv Kefil? No. Obreish Perka Goizel, Michael, Svirle, Lerami Bachama, the Gezel, Velonis Yashar Bailim. Someone stole, but the Bailim aren't Miyash. There's a simon, he knows he's going to get it back. And then someone else came and ate it up. So Reuven stole this guy's sheep. Bailim aren't Miyash because he's got a big stempel on the sheep. And then someone came and ate it. There ain't no guy Gazans. Who pays? The Gazlan pays, right? Because it's like a god of Vaganov. Vain Sham Betaisus, because the time the Rami Bachama, why? The Chemid Shu Loy Gazlan, Ain't Yochel Teva Klau. Since he hasn't stolen it, Ain't Yochel Teva Klau. You can't be Chalbi Teveh, the guy that ate it. Shar Ainel Gamer, B'Shus Demare. Shar Ain't Yochel Akdishai. Since when he ate this cow, the sheep, it wasn't in the Rishus of the owner. It had already been moved to the Ganav's house. Therefore, it's no longer the original owners.
And
So who did he steal from?
whether or not he knew it was stolen or not makes no difference.
It shouldn't make any difference, right? The point is that how do you know if it belongs to someone? He can't be Magdashit. Can only be Magdashit. Someone steals his cow. He says, you know what? No one's going to be Nana. I'm Magdash my cow, right?
Oh.
So what's it then? Hekdesh is a chal. Neither of them can be Magdash a cow. The Gemara says, Zelefishena Shalai, Zelefishena Bishusai. He can't be, but the owner can't be Magdash it because it's not in his Rishus. He hasn't got control of it. He hasn't got possession. It has to be in your Rishus to be Magdash it. And the other guy can't be Magdash because it wasn't his. It's stolen property. So neither of them can be Magdash's cow now.
But you can be Miyayish and you can be Mafkir if it's not in your Rishus.
After Yeyush, you probably could.
The Ganaf, could be Magdash after Yish. Maybe. L'chaira. You need a Yish and a
But why would
Shimon.
you make hektish and stolen goods?
So no, all he's saying is, he doesn't want the Ganaf to be Nana. He's like, oh, you stole my cow, it's Hektish.
Oh, that's the original owner.
Yeah.
Right. The original says a Hektish, right? So the Gemara is saying, since he can't be Magdash, you see it's not his.
Yeah.
It's not. He doesn't have bilus. And therefore, when the other guy eats it, he didn't eat it from the owner, he ate it from the Ganaf. Who did the guy that ate it? He didn't steal it from the Bailim. The Bailim already lost it. Now he's stealing from the Ganaf. Ganaf Potter. So from here we see that Ganaf, when you take stolen property from a Ganaf, you are not a Ganaf. You didn't take anything from the Bailim. You took from the Ganaf. The Bailim's already lost it. The Bailim can't be Magdash it.
Side question.
Yeah.
Gona from a Ganaf is not a Ganaf.
Right. You Potter. Ganaf Potter.
That's great.
Yeah.
What a business you could do.
That's why in some places they do a lot of stealing because it's like Ganaf Ganaf. You Potter. Right?
You tell, it's great scam. You tell Reuven, hey, Shimon will be there tonight, go steal. And you have in mind that once he steals it, you're going to go into his house and steal from him. And it's all good.
Yeah. It's fair game. You could steal from a Ganaf.
I'm 72 years old. I wasted my life.
You've done a good day with 71.
I am 71. I made a mistake. Yeah.
Yep, you can steal from a Ganaf. V'chein again.
Side question.
Especially in some places.
Is there a chiyuv to report the theft? If Reuven confesses to you that...
If you know someone stole, then it's l'samad l'dam re'acha. You have to... You have to try and get it back to the Bailim.
Wait, so you don't have to pay your taxes because the government's stealing your money from you. So if you're just preemptively
Why are they
stealing
Why are they stealing the money from you?
Yeah, only if you're already there
the
stealing.
government?
Yeah.
I
What? No, but
who
say
said
what?
they can take my money.
It's what's it called? You're masking for it.
I was.
That's the general idea. You mean in Eretz Yisrael? You're still talking about Eretz Yisrael specifically.
I mean any governments.
Yeah.
Let's say
Taxes are allowed. Taxes are allowed. Look, I know some briskers. They say you're not allowed to take money from the government. because you're not supposed to be supported by the government. So they refuse to take money from the government, but you're allowed to steal from the government.
That's definitely speaking him. Okay.
It's not a joke.
I understand it's not a joke.
It's actually 100% serious.
It's very brisk.
There's many that no, it's not just brisk. Because a lot of Yerushalmi, they won't take money from the government. Although Yerushalmi Kailalim, all these people, they don't take money from the government. They don't take a penny. Yeah, they're not being mezakeh the tzionim who are in like you take money from a Nazi to support your guy. That's what they think. Like we're not taking money from the government, but you can steal from them. Something else.
If it ends up in your
They say,
pocket,
I'm not going to say which God, like I can't 100% remember. He said, yeah, go to the post office. You need chairs. Take the chairs from the post office. It's like, that was the nusach he said. It's all gazel. It's all gazel here. They're not there. There's no din in the machos here. You're allowed to just, you need, just take the park bench. It's all hefka.
Yeah.
There's a difference between iriyah and government. I'm not sure exactly what the differences are, but it's definitely not. I think 99% of Gedolim do not hold like that, and they say that it's also to steal from the government. From what I
isn't
understand,
it the Seaboars?
huh?
Wouldn't you say it's mutar to steal from the Seaboars?
Unless you're a politician. If you're a politician, it's a mitzvah to steal from the government. Apparently, that's the
Would be Morris Iron if they catch you, though.
huh?
Morris Iron if they catch you.
I don't think they look at it badly if you steal from the government. It's not like
Is it bad if the thieves
It's not like in
are
America.
upset with you?
huh?
Is it bad if the thieves are upset
But
with
there's other reasons, not because of Gadif Me'aganif. I don't think that's not the reason why you can take from the government. But it's interesting to Kuda. If they steal, then maybe.
you? For example, Elon Musk has this whole thing in America where he's looking for funds that were misused or abused,
Yeah.
right? And, they found that list of people who are, 150, 200 years old who are still receiving
Yeah.
Social Security, potentially. So he's like, interesting. Where's the money going? It's leaving the bank accounts.
Still going to Bar Park.
They're like, oh, they caught us.
Okay, it says the Heilige Chitzais. Second line from the bottom. Ella, afilu levchis the kaimel kavasei dim bo acher va'achloi rotz mizegoy ve'rotz mizegoy ve. Rav Chisda says that when someone steals and then another guy came and ate that cow, the sheep, so the Bailim can take from this guy, oh, he can take from that guy. He's got the option. Now the Bailim can take from both, right? Hainu davkim ochloi. That's only if he ate it. Only if he ate the sheep. But if he just took the sheep, then no. Mishum mazik, dakati, the nigzulhu. When a person eats this guy's sheep, you're right, it's not b'shusai, but it's still his sheep. That guy still had to give it back to the Bailim. So when you eat the sheep of someone that was stolen, you're now mazik. Mazik you have to pay. You're still mazik the guy. So therefore, this guy can take, the Bailim can take or from the mazik or from the ganef. That's how the Ketzais understands that Gemara. If, again, the fear of Chisda, Reuven owns a sheep, Shimon steals it, Levi eats it.
So somebody who's nehene from Gezel, like this guy.
Yeah, he eats
right?
it.
The bloodless. No, he doesn't. He has a bloodless.
Yeah.
So there's no problem.
Yeah.
Tovach u'machar.
4 or 5, right?
Yeah. So, and then
I don't think Tavor Chamoch applies to the Ganef Ma'aganef. That's only the Ganef himself.
right.
The second guy that stole, he doesn't have to pay Arba V'Chamesha.
So if the
just makes a
person
bracha.
gets the watch from
All right.
Reuben, who's the Ghana,
Yeah.
right? And then he sells it for a profit to someone else.
Yeah.
Is that mazik?
No. The watch is still Ba'ain. It's only Mazik if you broke the watch. Mazik is Mazik. If I steal your watch, it's not called Mazik.
Very limited category.
Yeah, Mazik, you damage its property. It's already not B'Shusai. So what do you make it more not B'Shusai? It's not B'Shusai. I didn't make it less B'Shusai. Once it's stolen once, it's no longer B'Shusai. The only thing you can do now is make it not his. How do you make it not his? You make it Shinoi. You eat it, then it's no longer his. Now you're Mazik.
So what if you take the sheep from the Ghana, and now you hold it for, I don't know, 5-7 years?
You still got to give it back to him. It's his. You got to give it back. It's his sheep. Give it back to him. If someone comes and eats a sheep, now he's in Mazik. That's why Rotzim is a goiver. Rotzim is a goiver. You can take from whoever you want to.
Okay, but then let's say a person steals a young calf,
Yeah.
right? That's veal. Veal is more expensive than beef. Okay? Now, the cat.
The Gemara talks about that. You ask you a good question. What happens if there's shinoi? The gold goes up, the gold goes down. This whole Gemara is about this. It changes the shape. It's totally if I remember correctly, there's a shinoi shame.
Yeah.
If it's a different name now, then it's called it's a different chayfetz. So you can't give it back anymore. Now it's like a different chayfetz.
But if you lost value, so it's mazik in some sense.
Right. I can't remember exactly the name of Gemara there. Maybe we'll see it. But that's a good kasha. The Gemara speaks about that. It says last line in Ketzais.
You steal a cow, it gives birth. That cow gives birth to 5 cows. All of a sudden, you got a flock.
Ooh, nice.
What do you have to give back?
I don't know. Good question. I think you have to give it back. It depends if it was pregnant when you stole it.
I think you
I
can
can't
go all
remember.
back, but the guys to pay you for
I
the.
can't remember. The main filad.
Yeah. All right. Keep going.
Aval machmas gazin, last line in the Ketzais. Aval machmas gazin, turn the page. Aval machmas gazin, loy mechayev. The second guy is not a gazlin. The second guy is only a mazik, right? Let's say the second guy stole it and never and now he lost it. He's not chayv b'tashlumin, the second guy. He wasn't a mazik, he just stole it. And I got it Meganav Potter, right? The Lav Shmei Gazlan, he's not a Ganav. The Lav Shmei Gazlan, the Bailim, came into Eina B'Shusa de Mori. Since he didn't take it from the Bailim, he took it from the Ganav, he's not a Ganav. If he smashes this watch up, then he's a mazik. Why did you break that guy's watch? There's a chiyuv hashova. But if he just lost it, okay, he lost it. He's not a ganav. He's not a mazik, and he's not a ganav. But Teidal, listen to this. I feel gazan rishon ein chayiv l'shalem. This is what we were speaking about a little bit. Ela b'shas ha'gzeila. You've only got to pay the value of the product that you stole b'shas ha'gzeila. When you stole it, it was worth $100. You pay $100. Let's say you stole a barrel of wine, right? It was worth the zuz. It was worth $100. And then it aged 3 months in your cellar. Now it's worth 400 zuz. Tavroi shasa. So what's it in? Tavroi shasa. If you broke the barrel of wine or you drank the wine, mishalim dalet, you owe the guy 4 because it's still his wine. You broke his wine, you drank his wine, it's worth 400, right? It was memela, let's say it broke by itself, the wine exploded, it got lost, what do you pay? Shalom Zuzi. You pay 100, you owe 100. So you see this guy, it's very strange. You steal a barrel of wine.
We're talking about the Ghana.
The Ganef, not the Ganef. You steal a barrel of wine, right? It was worth 100, you owe the guy 100. It's at the Gneva, you owe him 100. But guess what? You could be mazik him and now you owe him 400. If you, in other words, why are you paying him? If you're paying him because of the Geneva, you owe him 100. If you're paying him because of what you do now, if you drink it now, you owe him 400. Now you're drinking 400. That's a Gemara, right? So here, you see from here that there's 2 dinim this guy has. He's got, first of all, you stole from me 100. Second din is, this thing's worth 400 now. If someone else comes ahead and steals it now and breaks it, he's high 400. Basically, I think what he's trying to prove is that it's shaykh for this guy to be mazik him even after you stole from him. You stole from him, you owe him 100. But he still owns a barrel of wine that's worth 400. So now if you broke that barrel of wine, you drank the barrel of wine, you're mazik. So you see, it's shaykh to be mazik after a gezel. Just because you stole something from me doesn't mean you can't be mazik it from me. It's still mine. You have to give it back to me. It's my wine. Give it back to me. I want my wine. I can say, give me back my wine. I don't want the $100. You owe me wine. Right?
The wine is stolen, it's worth 100.
Yeah.
After a month, it's worth 200. After another month, it's worth 300.
Yeah.
But after the first month, he's Yeush. So in the 4th month, you pay him 2.
It doesn't matter. You still got to give it back. Yish doesn't help the gazel. You still got to give it back the barrel of wine. If there's Yish and the Shinner Rishus, then I think that's different. But if you stole something and the guy's miyash. It's not like, okay, I stole this guy's watch, now I can keep it. He was miyash. No, you got to give it back. This guy has to give. You have to give back this barrel of wine, even if the guy's miyash.
It's not the case. If you lost it, that's a different story.
Yeah, if you lose, then your yish is you're kind of a yish, right? So v'lei sagi d'lei agba letfia basa d'shavi daled. Okay, void. Da b'chatzeirohi.
What line?
Fourth line in the precise. Void. Da b'chatzeirohi. V'chol shaita v'shaita gozlei. When you steal a barrel of wine, it's sitting in your chutzah, right? And every second you're stealing again. Why doesn't he have to pay 4? If I stole a barrel of wine, now it was worth 100, now it's worth 400. Every second I'm not bringing it back to you, I'm stealing it again. It's an interesting question. Why do I not owe you 400? Since I already stole it, and it's no longer in this guy in the Bailim's cellar, you can't be me for gazela again. I already stole it once. I'm not chayv gazela every second. I'm not a ganef every second. I was over 1 issa. I'm not over 100 isurim every second. I'm over another issa. I was over 1 issa gazela. And now, what am I over? Mazik. Sulam mechayv b'shu gazela ela b'tayis mazik. If I drink it now, I'm a mazik.
So as soon as you take it out of the nixal's reshus, you become a
ganef, yeah.
As soon as it comes into your reshus, you become a mazik.
Only if you drink it or break it. If you drink it or break it, you became a mazik. If it's just sitting there, you're a ganef. I don't know, but just because the thing went up in value doesn't mean that I now owe him 400. I stole a 100 barrel of wine. It went up in value. It's not my fault. If I drink it, then I was mazik him 400. But if I just left it there, I owe him 100, or I've got to give him back the barrel of wine.
In other words, as long as it's in its original state, the thing which you stole is still what you stole.
And you got to give it back.
When that state changes, then another halakha applies. You've changed it, you've damaged it.
You drank it.
You drank it.
Then now you're a mazik, and you owe him for damaging his goods.
For the state of it at that point that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it still belongs to him. It still kind of belongs to the guy. He can't be magdish it. It's not his 100% because he can't do anything with it. It's on his reshus.
It's almost
Can the
as if
ganef
it's in a
magdish it?
state.
No,
Neither,
because neither can be magdish it.
It's almost as if it's a state of suspended animation, so to speak.
It's in limbo.
In limbo.
Right. V'hainu taima says a k'tzais. V'hainu taima in a ganef acha ganef v'shan tishleme kefel. This is why a ganef ma'ganef doesn't pay kefel. When you steal from your local ganef, you're not chayav kefel. Mishum dechsiv v'ganef v'beis ha'ish. You stole from a beis ha'ish, from the owner. V'chsiv kedisa perk moraba. Mishum deina b'shusay ayin sham. And now it's no longer in his house. It doesn't say it says beis ha'ish. You got to steal from his house. You stole it from someone else's house. Therefore, when you steal from a ganef, you are not a ganef bichlal. Remember, we're trying to work out why a chalik in a ganef is kosher leidus, right?
I'm sorry, say that last sentence again.
Therefore, when you steal from a ganef, you're not a ganef. You didn't steal. That's not called a ganef. And I'm just saying, he's trying to prove here again why when you buy stolen goods, you're kosher leidus. Ella, you say be'ena. If it still exists, if it's still physically there, came in the loy kanai, the nigzal have kol heicha di isa, came in the loy kanai. Who does it belong to? It belongs to the nigzal. Came in the loy kanai. Aval kapara masheni eine gazlan. The second ganef isn't a ganef. Eine gazlan v'loy ganef. Techem et chvad nignev beis habaylim. Since it's already stolen once, it's not in his house. There is absolutely zero issa le'signal. So someone asks you a pop quiz: how can you walk into someone's house, steal his television, and you're not chayiv, not gzela, not gneva?
It was stolen before.
He stole it. You're not a ganef.
It was a black person's house.
Exactly. You're not a ganef. I didn't say it, but yeah. It's all stolen. That's why in some neighbors they know this halacha, and therefore there's a lot of gneva because they know it's not to steal. It's all stolen property, right?
But on a psychological level, I think I don't know if he's doing that, but there might be an assumption that, it's stolen.
Honor among thieves.
Yeah, so this guy is still actually kosher because he's not stealing. He knows that it's already stolen goods, so why not?
Yeah,
Different level of.
I don't feel guilty if a guy just steals. Like we had in our Gemara last month, right? There's even a svart say two people find them at Sia. So the Gemara wanted to say that if one of them picks it up first, the other guy might grab it because he's not losing anything. He just found it, right? Therefore, the guy's like, I got it first, and he's not. We're not chayshed the guy's a ganef because he thinks the guy just found it, right? When a guy just walks into a bank, steals $100, you don't feel bad taking from him. He just stole it. It's not his money. It's free. It's Hefka money now, right? You're not over any issa. That's a chiddush that I don't think I've seen anyone say. It's not just I got him his potter from Kefal. There's no issa. Loy ava al loy signal v'misham loy signal. There's zero issa involved in that ma'isa. Someone stole something. It's free. However, when someone gave you a pekoda to watch, right? Someone says, please watch my cow. And you say, I don't remember. Wherever that cow is, it's in the reshus of the owner. The guy can be magdashet. If I say, please watch my cow, right? Now I can be magdash. I can still be magdash my cow. There's no din of any b'shusay. You're watching it for me. You're my shliach. If you steal from a shayma's house, what's it then? You pay kefil.
It's like you're stealing from the person.
Yeah.
The owner.
That's why I kafir pekadan. He is a ganef and he's posel eidos. So this whole thing, the Tumim compares the two together and says it's that a guy of Magan of the same thing as a kafir pekadan because it's both behetera or saliyade. There's nothing doing. That's not true. V'rachti pash shim lechera yifle al divrei arivosh v'arma k'mashtoma zebetumim. It's the rivosh is a taka pella, the ramah is a pella. Hazikosh leidus avbem is the rivosh v'arma nechaynim. It's all good. When you buy stolen goods, you kosh leidus, you did nothing wrong. Hello. However, but the very rivosh is makom iyon. You could clear in the rivosh. If you mad the mashma midvar the mikara also shliach lignoi volav didei ramya. The mikara is a shliach all of didei ramya. This guy that's chayik with the ganef, he wasn't just the guy that walked into the store in California and bought a pair of stolen jeans. He told his friend Yankel, go steal the jeans for me, right?
That's the case I gave you.
Oh.
He's going to talk about it.
Hello, what does the Rivosh say? You're right. This guy told you to go steal for him. The mob boss said to his lackey, go steal for me a car. But the guy shouldn't have listened. What does Rashi say? We just learn these figures. According to Rashi, in that case, there is a shliach d'var vera. If you tell someone, go steal from me and we'll split it 50-50, Rashi says, yesh shliach d'var vera. Ayin sham gabi shutuf shigonvu. Shekosav Rashi. It says, what's the case of shutuf shigonvu? It's machlekes Rashi taisus. Yeah. What's the case of shutuf shigonvu? Rashi says, the megu is zachin lav, she's zachin an lechavrei. Since he's zeicha for himself, he's zeicha also for the mob boss. V'ayim ashkos simen shim memches. Machlekes Rashi v'tais v'zev im ken kivel das Rashi yesh liach levavera b'zeh im ken vaday havi olav gazan. That lefi Rashi, this guy who says please go steal for me and he's chelik with a ganef, he's for sure ganeflin. V'alva gavel das Taisus gam b'shutim amin and shech levavera. Taisus is chelik. You're right. Taisus is chelik with Rashi. But the sveikel in nafka is still a massive suffix. You got a machlekes Rashi Taisus. If you shliach d'var ver with a malbos, and you want to know what the halacha is? The Miachriya ben Rashi and Taisus, who's going to go ahead and pass it between Rashi and Taisus? Bimkein Havele Sofek v'Zebara. It's for sure Sofek, if he's possible Eidus. You could, so he's saying this whole Rivash, he doesn't like the Rivash. The Rivash says even if he tells him, go steal from me, he's kosher Eidus because different Rivash Paskin is like Taisus. Says the Ksais, how you pass like Taisus against Rashi in such a case? Maybe Rashi's right. However, the Ramah is not straight because the Ramah is clearly talking about just a chalik Maganov without actually the mob boss telling him to go steal. So Ramah is talking about a classic case of just buying the jeans in the shuk, in which case you kosher Eidus. But if you tell someone go steal that from me and you split with them, you're Rasha L'chayer and you pass Eidus. There's an interesting Nakud. So he passes at the fee Rashi, and it's a Suffolk how we paskin. If you tell someone to steal from me and you split it with them 50-50, you're Rasha, you're pass Eidus, you're Ganef. Big Chiddush. Okay.
Chosel Shlomo is also cholek on the tuning. Agrees with the Rivash.
Oh yeah. Now let's take a look at Nagas Imri Baruch.
Where?
Bottom of, first page, Reish Zayin, bottom of the page. I didn't bring my glasses, so we'll hope for the best. Rabbi Makshim al Tmiyas Ator, Nir Be'inai, Hine, Avar Kushis Ataz, Mashanir Liyashiv, Ki, Zelosh Natur B'Simen Anal, Simites Vav Kosovo Rambam. So the Rambam says, Afal Gav, Shichzir Yaganev Agaz at the moment Shaganev Agazlai. The Rambam says, even though you gave back the stolen goods, B'Shile made a Zaymem, Amam Shuzam, Psulim. The Eid Zayman pays the money that he tried to be Mechai of the people he testified against. Even so, he's still apostle, right? Ve'in there, says the Torah. Ve'in there, Lama la yuchsha, Chashechzir Yamaman. Why is it not kosher? He gave back the money. This guy stole, he gave it back. He should be kosher. Give it the bechviz base shilmai. That was the Torah. The Torah says, you know what? You know why he's postulated? Because he gave back bechviz based in. If you give back on your own, says the Torah, or you decide to give back the stolen watch, then you kosher this. Ain't shuvah g'dalim mizu. But if you gave back the watch because based in force you to give back the watch, you're a Rasha. The Taz asks, there's a steer in the Torah. The Lakaman Sif Mem Beis Kosev Bezvel Oshun Kosev Arambam Beishi Idu Bechot Shu Posel Ba'achas Mena Elo Averais. Two people testified the Reuven ate treif. He's posel. Now two Eidim come and say, yeah, be the tshuva. Or Shalaka, or you got Malchus, Arezek, Sherim, right? Avashari Psuli Eidu Shem Machmas Mama in Shechamas, or Shagazlai. Afapisha Shilmu, Sichin Shuva. Adkan, right? So what's he saying? That there's, if two Eidim say guy ate treif, and the two Eidim come and say, yeah, be the tshuva, he's kosher, right? But with Chamas, that doesn't apply. It doesn't ask many kashas. It doesn't say why is he kosher or why isn't he kosher. So what's going on? The belav hachi l'chayr kosher l'tor. What does he mean? Why is this guy not kosher? He's to us in the Rambam. Why is he not kosher? He gave it back. Perkid Milchazed is near it. Al toshes yotcha im Rasha. Right? It says, don't testify with the Rasha. Pasil le'edim kol mi shenased kol mi shasa dova shikra. Anyone did anything that's dova shekar, shekar to'el of Rasha. You can't testify with anyone that's called the Rasha, right? Next page in Mebarach. V'lekach ha'eva al chayve malchus pasol shenik Rasha because vayim minokas a Rasha. If anyone was a treif, he's a Rasha, he's chayv malchus, you can't testify with him. V'entzach leim muchayv misses based in shenema Asher hu Rosh Lamos. Okay, so anyone who's over any Chi of Malkus, Chayv Mises based in, he's a Rasha and you can't testify with him, right? This become a Daf Samach Isal Posuk vis Ave David, V'yamish Kemaim, V'goymer Rabban V'temer Rabba Bar Mari Gudushin Dusayin Yisrael Avu V'gudushin Dadoshim Deplishtim. Come by Lu Mao little Gudush Shasai Yisrael V'litlem Zebehem Time and Asasham Gudush Saladash Deplishtim. Are you allowed to basically steal Adas Lachza? That's the worst question.
So, steal what?
Are you allowed to steal Aldas? Are you going to give it back? You're going to give it back. I need right now this guy's his Adashim, his lentils. You're going to give it back later, right? Shachalei Chavel Yoshev Rasha. That Chavel Yoshev Rasha can't see. Chavel Yoshev Rasha Gzei Lesham. Alpha people Gzeila Mishalem Rashu. Even though you paid back, you're still a Rasha. So you see from this pasuk that if you stole, you gave back, you're still a Rasha. Shkoyach, you paid back. Thank you for paying back. You're still a Rasha. The Gemara that's talking about David the Melech, about the Melech, Harimavur, the Ava Mishalim Zera, Rasha Mikra. I'm not 100% clear what the Rai is, but the Gemara says, Alpha Gav the Mishalim Akzela, Rasha Mikri. Even if you paid back what you stole, you're still a Rasha.
Because there's a missing element.
The Dil Malachi Paisel Rambam Leidus Agaizel Mishalim. Calls that Shalai also tshuva, calls that Shalai also tshuva.
There you go.
He didn't do tshuva. Just because you stole it, you gave back something, you're still a Rasha. Gam Emeduk the Gloshan Atur. So that's the first issue. Just because you gave back something, if you're the Rambam, you're still a Rasha because you didn't do tshuva. Gam Emeduk the Gloshan Atur. Mashkos of Alpha P Shishilmai. Halafi Pashas Divrei Dvarov, Ikka Tirutzai the Rambam Mairi Hecha Shishilim al Dekfia. The Rambam is talking about where he was forced to pay back. Havelela tu laima, ve'ef shot laima, Shishilim al Dekfia. Why does the Torah say? You know when you postulatus? When you're forced to pay back. There's something else going on in the Torah. I'm going to explain. The L'chayr timer boy, Lama Bamistik Rosh Agozel Shalem, Abuchola is a Senitic Glassay, Kvishimakai Mete, Minitic Alav. He's asking a question. If you stole, you gave back, right? Why are you Rasha? You gave it back. It's a lav and a essay. If you did the essay, you're no longer over the lav. So why are you Rasha? Again, if you stole something, you gave it back. It's a lav and a essay. So now you're no longer. You weren't over the lav anymore. You gave it back. The nitik essay means you're not chayv malchus. The essay takes the essay is mechapa for the lav. So now you're clean. You got a clean slate. You stole. You gave back. You got a clean slate.
You plan that in advance.
Plan in advance. Not plan in advance. Doesn't matter. You stole. You gave back. You're pata. Why are you Rasha?
So I'm saying that if you do an avera with kavanah to do tshuva, then your tshuva doesn't work.
No, this isn't a regular avera, but only by stealing, because it says in the Torah, you steal, you give back. The Torah tells you what the remedy is. If you stole, give back. So it doesn't say eat treif and then say al chait. That's a tshuva helps for everything, right? It doesn't say do this, then do that to take care of it. But if the Torah says steal, then give back. So you're no longer chayv malchus. You took care of you menatic, you uprooted the love.
Is a person who steals because he causing pain to the person from whom it's stolen, is he obligated to pay anything for the pain or the obvious nefesh like that?
No. Gedolim is is b'tayz psachim daf choftes. Ravashi the mashe chometz v'daite lebaroi ein ha'eva alav. If someone holds on to chometz, but he wants to burn it, right? Ein ha'eva alav kivish unitik lav the bali ra le'esid da'ashava da'ashbasa. Since you want to burn the chometz, the lav says you shouldn't have chometz. If you're going to burn it, then you're oika the lav. There's no longer a lav anymore. right?
Had
But
a
the reality
time
is
where you
you've
were
got the
forbidden to
Chametz
have
in
it.
Pesach.
You can sell it.
You're no
but
longer over the lav. You're
Yes.
no longer allowed. You had the chometz. You over bal your rab, but since you're mashed with the chometz, you took care of the lav.
You sell it, then you can buy it back.
He's not talking about selling it. He's talking about burning it. You held on to chometz for Pesach. It says the daito levaroi,
So
right?
I don't have to burn my chametz by the time before Pesach. I can
Yeah.
hold on to it and
He
burn it
says,
afterwards
"Ain't
whenever
no-
I feel like it, and I'm good.
Eina over a lav. Give it the shinitik lav, the baluala, esadashmasa. You're not over the lav. That's what he says.
Because your kavanah is to burn it even after Pesach?
No, it's not talking about Pesach on Pesach. The mitzvah is to burn it on Pesach as soon as you get hold of it. You got chometz, I don't know what, in the room. The room's locked. You can't get in there. You know, on the second day of Yom Tov, the guy's going to open the door for you. Then you'll be mashbis it. So you're not over the lav because your das is as soon as you get hold of it, you're going to
Maybe
be
that has to be
mashbis.
from the beginning that you're going to burn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fa'afshim
So
gezela.
wait, but that's not the case we were talking about.
No, he's proving to you though, even if you eat with chometz, you're not over a lav if it's nitik la'aseh. There's no lav. You weren't over a lav.
So,
Was this guy over a lav with the chometz? No.
so intent matters not? In other words, the guy who stole and then gave it back, he didn't have kavanah to give it back when he stole it.
Doesn't matter as long as he gives it back. It's nitik la'aseh.
Same thing
There's
with the
no-
chametz.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
It
As long
has
as
to be the same case.
yeah, l'chayri. As long as he has das to be mavarit, the beer takes care of the lav. That's the din. The beer takes
So
care
in
of
other words, he
the.
had the chametz, he changed his mind during Pesach.
That he wasn't over the lav. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
Va'af shebegzela, efshe nisha olav chet. Maybe there's still a little bit of chet. This is your kasha. There's a little bit of chet. Shitzier chaveroi. The guy suffered. He thought his beautiful gold watch was stolen. We come back to Matera. Mechetese yikra Russia. Okay, he's mitzvah the guy. That means he's a Russia. He's not a Russia. Or the Prad, the governor, Shenishal, Maisa Dadoshim, Shalafia Mashmais, La Yoda Baleim Base the Kicha, Dimaya Balabais Base the Kicha, Hayef Shalaima, Lahem Shitan Hem, Mechim Gedushim, Shaladoshim. Okay, I'm not sure what the right is there. If the guy doesn't even know he was robbed, then for sure there's no tsar. Okay. It's already past 11 and it's a long piece. Maybe we'll finish this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be'ez Hashem. You remember the place?
I'm marking it right now.
Vav Sheish Litchos. Okay. Ad Kan Shkoyach Abayisai.
Thank you.
So, fascinating sugya.
Great.